Welcome to the eClaims training. Whether you're a beginner or an expert user looking for tips and tricks, this comprehensive training video will guide you through the entire eClaims process so you can benefit from its full potential. The training is set up in sections. You can click on the Home button at any time during the video to return to the main menu and navigate across the sections. Section 1. Getting started. This is the first screen you will see upon logging into the provider portal. The main navigation bar at the top of the screen will help you move around the portal. Home returns you to this screen from any other screen throughout the site. eClaims takes you to the eClaims service. And if you have feedback to give or need help, go to the Contact Us section to send us an email or to find the number to call us. Now in the main page area, you can select the service you wish to access, such as eClaims, learn about general news concerning the provider portal, such as maintenance periods in the Notices section, modify your profile, add or update your direct deposit information, or change your password in the My Profile section. Finally, to log out of the provider portal, simply click on Log Out, and this will return you to the portal's login page. Before submitting claims, we recommend a few steps to make your experience a pleasant one. Verify your profile by clicking on Email and Banking Information under My Profile on the home page. Confirm that your bank account is registered to receive payments from carriers via direct deposit. If your bank account is not yet registered, please view the video How to Register Your Banking Information for assistance. Confirm the email listed is the correct one to receive insurer payment statements. You can change your email by clicking on the pencil icon. Please allow 24 hours for the carriers to update their records accordingly. Confirm the work addresses listed are accurate. Please note that professionals registered as independent may have more than one practice address. If you have any changes to make, you need to submit a change request form. For assistance, please refer to the video How to Modify Your Profile. Next, confirm that any clinic professionals are registered. If professionals are to be added or removed, please fill out a change form by clicking on Other Profile Updates. For assistance, please refer to the video How to Modify Your Profile. Finally, before submitting claims, it is important to get your patient's authorization to submit claims electronically and to receive payment from the insurers. You will find authorization forms in the eClaims section under the 4th tab. These forms must be signed once unless there is a change in your patient's contact information. You must keep these documents in your patient's file. Section 2. eClaims Overview. This section gives you an overview of the eClaims landing page and the various eClaims components. To begin, either click on eClaims located in the navigation bar or select the eClaims service on the first screen once you have logged in. This takes you to the eClaims landing page where you can start a new claim or view transactions. You can also access reference materials such as eClaims documentation, frequently asked questions, guides, and insurer toolkits. View eClaims tutorials in the Videos and Training section. Learn about upcoming changes or information about eClaims in the Info Notes section. And in the Insurers section, find out how to contact an insurance company directly for questions related to their responses or to inquire about payment. Now to begin, click Submit a Claim or Review Transactions. By default, you are taken to the Claim Entry tab, which is the first step of starting a new claim. You can begin a new transaction or choose from the other available tabs. Click on the Frequently Asked Questions at any time during the process if you need guidance on completing the transaction. Click the Today's Transaction tab to see a list of transactions saved or a list of transactions submitted that day, or to void a submitted claim. Details about a claim's submitted information and the insurance company's response are only available the day a claim is submitted. Be sure to always save a copy or print it for your records. Click the Past Transactions tab to see summarized information about claims previously submitted in the current and the previous month. This tab holds information for transactions submitted in the current month, excluding the current day, and for an additional month in the past. Claims submitted in the current day are in the Today's Transactions tab. To generate a summary, select the desired claims and click Download. Click the Authorization Forms tab to access the forms that must be completed and signed before processing a claim. The electronic transmission consent form must be read and signed by the patient to authorize the provider to submit electronic claims on their behalf. The benefit assignment form must be signed by the patient in order to authorize the provider to receive payment directly from the insurance company. The patient then only has to pay the amount not covered by their plan at the time the service is rendered. These forms only need to be signed once per patient or when the patient's information changes. The signed forms can be kept in the patient's file to cover all subsequent patient visits or to respond to an insurance company's inquiries. Section 3. How to register your banking information. To receive electronic payments from carriers, you need to register your bank account in your profile on the eClaims portal. The registration is done in 2 stages: account setup and test deposit confirmation, which will be described in the following sections. Stage 1. Account setup. Log into the eClaims portal and click on Email and Banking Information on the home page. The profile screen is displayed. Click on Add Account to begin the process. Choose the type of account you want to set up. Click on the question mark symbol to display the definition of each account type if needed. Enter your transit number, bank number, and account number. Click on the check icon to see a sample showing where to find the numbers for each field. Click Browse to insert an image of your check. Note, if you have not already done so, you will need to scan and save a copy of a blank check to complete this step. Once you have entered all the information, click Submit. Once you submit the request, your account status on your profile page will indicate Account Pending Validation. An email will be sent from TELUS advising you that the validation process is ongoing. Stage 2. Test Deposit Confirmation. In order to complete the account registration, TELUS will automatically initiate a test transfer of funds to the account details you provided in Stage 1. A small random amount will be deposited into that account within 48 hours of your account submission. Note, you have 7 business days to confirm the test deposit. This confirmation is required to authorize the account details and finalize the setup. First, log into your bank website and access your account statement to obtain the amount and confirmation number of the test transaction. Once you have your deposit amount and the transaction confirmation number, log into the eClaims portal and go to the Email and Banking Information section. Click on the Confirm Deposit button to enter the required information. Enter the deposit amount and the confirmation number of the transaction, then click Submit. Once the test deposit has been confirmed, your bank account will be displayed on your profile page with account numbers hidden for security purposes. This indicates that your bank account has been successfully registered. We recommend waiting 24 hours before submitting patient claims to ensure sufficient time for carriers to update their records accordingly. Section 4. Submitting an electronic claim. You are now at Step 1 of entering a claim in the Claim Entry tab. From the pull-down menu, select the insurance company with whom the patient has primary coverage. Select the servicing location corresponding to where the services were rendered. Select the servicing provider corresponding to the provider who rendered the services. If the services have already been rendered, select Payment Request. If you want to know if the patient is covered for a given service prior to rendering that service, select a predetermination request. Note that not all insurance companies accept predetermination requests. When this is the case, you'll be advised. Click Continue to proceed to Step 2 to complete the patient's coverage and claim details. If you have submitted a claim for the patient within the past 16 months, enable the Search button by entering at least 2 letters in the patient's first or last name fields. You can use the other patient fields in combination with the first and last names to refine your search. Select the patient from the results. Patient and coverage information will automatically be filled for you. For a new patient, fill in all the mandatory fields identified with a red star. Select the birth order only when more than one child in the family has the same date of birth. In the Primary Coverage Information section, enter the coverage information for the insured person who has first coverage. For help in determining first coverage, please refer to the eClaims user guide available in the Reference Materials section. If you select Insured Member in the Relationship field, the name and date of birth will automatically be filled with that of the patient. To help you fill out the policy and member ID fields, click on the question mark next to either field. You will then see a sample card of the insurance company selected at Step 1. Additional coverage can also be entered. However, it will only be submitted to the primary insurance company for their information. Coordination of benefits is not supported by all insurers. Please refer to the FAQ for further details. You must not submit the unpaid portion electronically to the insurer who has secondary coverage. Fill out the mandatory fields in the Additional Claim Information section. For payment requests, provide your payment preference in the Payable To field. Note that the insurance company may not always be able to respect your preference and will advise you in their response if this is the case. If you ask for payment to be made to the provider or the provider's clinic, ensure you have a valid benefit assignment form on file for the patient. If the services provided were to treat an injury caused by an accident, answer yes to the first question, then indicate the type and date of the accident. If the patient was referred or prescribed any of the services, answer yes to the second question and enter the required information. Enter the referral information only at the time of the first visit. Lastly, enter the services that are part of the claim. Click the question mark next to the claim line section title to see if there are any special instructions from the insurance company selected at Step 1. For example, it may provide guidance on how to submit an initial visit or what combination of services to avoid. For payment requests, enter the date the service was rendered. No date of service is required for predetermination requests. You have up to 31 days, starting on the day the service was rendered, to submit the service. After the 31 days, the patient must submit the service manually. If you know the service code, type it in the service code field. You can also search for the service code by clicking the magnifying glass. For payment requests, entering a valid date of service and placing the cursor in the service code field will enable the magnifying glass. By default, all available service codes for your profession are shown. You can refine the list by selecting a category or by entering part of the code. Click the desired service code to add it to the claim. This will automatically take you back to the previous page. Once back to the claim, enter the number of times the service was provided that day and enter the duration if applicable. In the Cost Per Unit field, provide the cost of one instance of the service. The service cost will be calculated for you. There may be additional information that can optionally be entered depending on the type of provider that is linked to your profile. Click on the plus sign icon at the end of the line to insert a row below the line. To delete a row, click on the X icon at the end of the line. There will always be at least 3 lines displayed. You have now completed entering the claim details. You can click Save for later at any time if you are not yet ready to submit the claim. Click on Continue to go to Step 3 to review and submit the claim. Review the claim information for accuracy. Insurance companies require you to read and accept terms and conditions before the claim can be submitted. After you have read the terms and conditions, click the I accept checkbox to enable the Submit button. If you wish to make changes to the claim, click Back to Claim to return to Step 2. Click the Submit button to submit the claim to the insurance company selected at Step 1. A processing wait page displays while the insurer processes your request. Section 5. Creating a new claim from a previous predetermination request. You can base a payment request on a predetermination that was submitted earlier on the current day, rather than re-entering the information from a predetermination into a new payment request. This is achieved by selecting a predetermination and then copying it into a new payment request. After the payment request is created, you can work with it as you would work with payment requests that were not copied from predeterminations, with the exception of the following fields, which are copied as read-only: insurance company, servicing location, servicing provider. For example, it will not be possible for a provider of a clinic to take a predetermination made by another provider and set the claim to his name. The servicing provider of the claim will be the same as in the predetermination. It is important to note that when creating a new claim in this fashion, you will not be able to edit any of the copied fields in Part 1 of the claim. For the second part of the claim, it is recommended that you re-enter all service codes to ensure proper billing. To begin, click on the Today's Transaction tab and select the predetermination transaction from the list. All are displayed by default, or search for the transaction you want to copy. Note: the Copy to Payment Request button is only visible if a predetermination request has been accepted for that transaction. Click on the Copy to Payment Request button. A new claim, payment request, is created and fields from the predetermination request are copied into the new claim. A warning message will appear at the top of the page identifying what fields still need to be completed. Ensure all fields are completed, then click on Continue. Review the claim information for accuracy. Insurance companies require you to read and accept terms and conditions before the claim can be submitted. After you have read the terms and conditions, click the I accept checkbox to enable the Submit button. If you wish to make changes to the claim, click Back to Claim to return to Step 2. Section 6. Insurance company responses to a payment request. After submitting a payment request, you will receive one of 4 possible responses. An explanation of benefits, or EOB, is generated when the insurance company is able to complete the processing or adjudication of the claim. It contains details regarding how much the insurance company will pay for each line and in total. As well, messages in the Notes section give further explanation about how the claim was processed. If the payment will be made to the provider or the clinic, ask the patient for the unpaid portion. If payment will be made to the insured member, ask the patient to pay the entire amount of the claim. Print a copy for your patient. Save or print a copy for your records. A claim acknowledgement is generated when the insurance company is unable to provide details regarding how much will be reimbursed for the claim. There may be many reasons why the insurance company generates this type of response. It may be related to the patient's coverage, or the services submitted. If the insurance company generates a claim acknowledgement instead of an EOB, you can choose to void the claim and ask for full payment from the patient up front. A claim rejection is generated when the insurance company has not authorized the claim reimbursement. There may be many reasons why the insurance company generates this type of response. It may be related to the patient's coverage, or the services submitted. If the insurance company generates a claim rejection, you can choose to void the claim and ask for full payment from the patient up front. A problem encountered response is generated when there is missing, invalid, or unacceptable information submitted in the claim. For this type of situation, the error code as well as the short description, for example, key 204, unknown key identifier, are added to the box. You will need to review all the claim details before resubmitting. If the claim is still not accepted, you can choose to void the claim and ask for full payment from the patient up front. If a claim submission is not accepted and you choose to void the claim, you will receive a confirmation of the action on the transaction page. Section 7. Insurance company responses to a predetermination request. After submitting a predetermination request, you can receive a predetermination explanation of benefits that looks almost the same as an explanation of benefits for a payment request. The amount displayed on your screen corresponds to the amount that would be paid if the services had been rendered that day. You can also receive a predetermination acknowledgement when the insurance company is unable to respond with estimated payment details similar to a claim acknowledgement. Refer to the Notes section of the responses for further explanations from the insurance company. Section 8. Voiding a claim. Void a claim if you made an error or if you need to change your payment preference. You can only void an explanation of benefits or a claim acknowledgement response for payment requests, and only if the claim was submitted that day. Otherwise, communicate directly with the insurance company. Begin by going to the Today's Transactions tab. Select the claim you wish to void, or first refine the list using the search function. Click Void at the bottom of the screen. The Void button will only be active for claims that can be voided. Choose the reason you are voiding the claim, then click Confirm Void. A processing wait page will display while the insurance company processes your request. You will see the term voided next to the original response, confirming the void was successful. Section 9. Modifying your profile. For all profile modifications, you must complete and submit a change form. Log into the eClaims portal and click on Other Profile Updates under My Profile at the bottom left of the home screen. The change form will be displayed. Select your profile type and which service you are registered to. The change options that are displayed are based on your registered profile type. Select the changes to be done in your profile, then click Next Step. Complete the identification form, then click Next Step. Note: the TELUS Health Provider number is the last digits of your username. The page displays the options available based on the items you previously selected. Select the action you want to perform, and then click on Next Step. Review the modification request to ensure that the information shown is accurate. Click on the pencil icon to correct any inaccurate information. Click on Confirm and Send. We recommend you take note of the reference number that appears in case any further follow-up is needed. The modification request will be sent to the TELUS Provider Management Group to be processed. You will receive an email once the modification is completed in the profile.